We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Aha! There you are!
You're like last bubble. Right at the door.
Confringo!
Crucible.
Let's get this over with. Experience.
Number of boys coming down this way.
You think this is funny? You're making this unforgivable. This me. Get away!
Expelliarmus. Imperial.
Your service.
We're not finished yet. It's almost as if they were waiting. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Propello. Crucio.
Certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
We're much more fun to fight with. Now. We can have a look around in peace.
Revelio. Confringo. Confringo.
Rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
What do you have?
Revelio. A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this
Sebastian,
mystery.
I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure. but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to... And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
I hope Professor...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
I can always rely on my Patronus to keep me safe. Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. we looking for today?
Considered work. The young today aren't willing to put in the work to learn magic. Any family with more than one house elf, did you ask me?
As I can recall, everyone in my family's been clumsy as an ox, and my sister's children are no exception. First thing I taught them was how to brew Wiggenweld potion. Good thing, too.
Relief washes over me the moment I return from London. Being amongst so many muggles is exhausting. Pushing a plough is good, honest work, but I shall be
Not like wizard kind. We're far more civilized.
I've dined in your house, and I can say that the experience would have been much more pleasant. Maybe you had a house elf in the kitchen.
I've been told I have a winning smile.
I have a terrible curse where I can't lift tools or do work of any kind.
Astonishing, really. But apart from no gifty enough to have a witch, wizard family, the muggle world has never truly realized we exist.
Unicorn blood will keep you alive, certainly, but at what cost? Sometimes I wonder if I really need the statue to see. I'd be nice to reach out to the mother for a change.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
you know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting. You're back. Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Perhaps I could test. Right on the way.
Dick thinks you should be proud.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
You should be proud.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Revelio. Reparo.
This Merlin trials won't get the best of me. The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
I'm over here.
Arrest them. I'll look after you. Arrest them.
Revelio. Arresto momentum.
Professor Howard will never believe this. Arrest them. There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Beginner's luck, I say. You'll not beat me next time.
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose.
Made it. Now that's more like it. That wasn't too difficult. Brilliant. Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Brilliant. This is going well. Brilliant. That wasn't too difficult. Brilliant! That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pot me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here, 5th year. You're an asset to our house. You take care of yourself.
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
What are you up to now?
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
Wonder who lives here. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo! Wamana!
Beats with infested
Gracia! Defendo! Levioso! Descendo! Glacius!
These Ashwinders cannot be allowed.
Levioso! Descendo!
Way of life!
Revelio!
Something must be done about the vile thieves who've infested the area.
Revelio. Levioso. Descendo. Glacius. Defendo.
You can feed a beast.
Revelio.
Feed you, if you get my meaning.
Levioso. Descendo. Glacius. Defendo. Protego. Levioso. Descendo. Glacius.
Close enough.
Aloha Mora. Arresto Momentum.
Everything's all right now.
Revelio.
The Ashwinders cannot be allowed to run roughshod over our way of life.
Someone.
Do you really think...
Good freedom.
Levioso! Mind yourself!
Accio. Defendo.
Marvelous strike!
Ringo.
You've heard quite. Shoot, yes, they want to buy off. You!
Bombarda. Revelio.
Something must be done about the vile thief.
Revelio.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Confringo.
Don't go looking for a fight with me.
That's that. Settled.
The Ashwinders cannot be allowed to run roughshod over our way of life.
Is everything all right, Madam
Olivier, Madame Olivier, and no, everything is not all right. The vermin known as the Ashwinders have infested nearby Clagmar Castle, disrupting not only our sense of peace, but our valuable trade. It appeared that they were finally going to slither away until Sylvanus Selwyn arrived.
Sylvanus Selwyn?
Head rat. My guess is that if someone were to take out Selwyn, the rest of the Ashwinders would disperse. But Selwyn is a skilled wizard. I certainly can't take care of him myself. Believe me, I wish I could. I'm at my wit's end.
Sylvanus Selwyn? I thought Victor Rookwood headed up the Ashwinders.
Selwyn's one of Rookwood's lieutenants. Not quite as terrifying as Theophilus Harlow, but a menace nonetheless.
Where is Clagmar Castle?
Clagmar Castle's along the south coast, south and to the west of here.
What's so dangerous about the Ashwinders?
They're not your typical thieves and extortionists. Not that typical thieves and extortionists are lovely company. They would not leave poor Bella Navarro alone. She'd given them everything, but still they kept threatening her. She was ready to go back to her family in Italy, almost lost her livelihood. They are ruthless.
I could take care of Selwyn for you.
Goodness, no. I'd never ask a student to confront Selwyn. But I'm offering a nice bounty on his head. Feel free to put the word out. I only want Cragcroft to go back to normal. I'm tired of living under the thumb of Selwyn and his cronies.
Not the best place for an unaccompanied student.
Anyone looking for trouble found it in me.
Revelio. Expelliarmus.
What's this? A child wandered too far. You let Nora. Here we go. Potato!
Nice try!
What are your folks?
I've heard centaurs quite.
You're done thinning our ranks. Expelliarmus.
Give it my wand!
Expulsion!
More skilled than most students, but you're
Hard to pin down.
Back for more, I see. Petrificus totalis!
Levioso. Descendo. Defendo.
me coming, and rightfully so.
You talk an awful lot about weather. Did you know that? Sometimes I wonder if you're actually...
Bombarda.
Selwyn would be as sick of this hole as we are if he'd been out here as long as we have.
Descendo. Glaciers.
There's I wonder if I can pull this guard together.
You want to defend yourself?
Selwyn.
Incipio.
I'll see Madame Olivier back in Cragcroft about that.
Expulso. Levioso! Descendo! Defender!
Petrificus Totalis!
Levioso! Descendo!
Revelio.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them with all I've done there.
Revelio.
It's all about having a keen eye. I mean, for instance...
Levioso! Descendo! Glacis! Defendo!
Revelio.
Rosie's worth a look.
Levioso! Descendo! Defendo!
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An Ashwinder.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Have you heard any news about Sylvana Selwyn?
Selwyn has been taken care of.
You defeated Selwyn? Merlin's beard. A student took down one of Rookwood's top filth. Then I suppose he is yours. Well deserved.
Surely the safety of Cragcroft is worth more. I'd hate for the Ashwinders to know who offered a bounty on Selwyn.
What a snide little rat! No sense of honor! You're worse than the Ashwinders. Fine. I can give you a bit more, but our business is finished. It's time for Cragcroft to live in peace. Take your money and get out. I may be glad to be rid of Selwyn, but I don't want to see your face around Cragcroft.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
How's my favourite test flyer? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Revelio.
Do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fun.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referred to the moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know. but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Revelio.
None of us are intimidated by your
Revelio. Revelio.
I would say that Irondale is not appropriately named.
Levioso. Descendo. Glacis. Defendo.
We have an intruder in our
You just got lucky!
Imperial.
Release me! Caprino!
Who do you think you are?
Expelliarmus.
Crucio.
Levioso. Descendo. Glacis. Defendo.
Your poaching days are over.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Wouldn't be surprised if Rebecca did.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this year's Cannons.
Oh, well, they're
Julia is Eureka humble. I've forgotten.
I don't know about that. Like they do with the team.
Like a little Mary song.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Slow down now. There we go. Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's exhausting. Standing.
It's not gonna work.
It might.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Has your bread been infested with bug demons? A maneuver like that could have got us killed.
Is that you, Roylance?
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hog's Head. Or perhaps I'll just go now.
It's always easy to blame everyone except yourself. Never could it be of your own hand.
Someone messing about?
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Wasting time,
I ain't allowed back in that rat. With a count of mine, light fingers.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rook has gone mad.
Show yourself!
Lots of guards.
What? I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
I've been out here too long. It's nothing.
Miss a payment with me, and I'll make you pay through the nose.
I don't trust Randolph.
That cat again, old.
Always one, isn't it? Except this time it's not just one, is it? It's the old lot.
Better not be anyone there.
I've had enough of Belcroft, and I never have to see it again. How did I get mixed up in this?
You're the first one casting spells at the sign of trouble. Yes, you are. It's as if you don't think you have a bit of strength in your own limbs. You should just try standing up.
Everyone in Upper Hogsmeade shudders when they see me come, and rightfully so.
Who's there?
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade.
Expulsion!
Descender! Glacius! Defender! Revelio! Revelio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Flipendo! Bombarda! Revelio! Revelio!
Hey!
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio!
Better be a beast.
Revelio.
I hope you have your affairs in order. Expulsion! That's more! Descender! Classic! Finger!
I barely felt anything.
Expulso! Death! Descender!
Expulsion!
Expelliarmus!
Stop that right now!
Crucible!
What have you done?
Oh, this is...
Oh, the fight!
Flipendo! Bombarda! Accio! Confringo!
The magic! Stop!
Leviosa! Descendo! Glacius! Defender! Crucio!
Crucio!
Expelliarmus!
Oh, the fight! The magic! Stop!
Leviosa! Glacius! Defender! Revelio!
He must be here somewhere. Revelio!
You found us. I knew you would be over here.
I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand.
Revelio.
It must be blocked by something.
Mr. Rabe's wand could...
I know there's someone in this room. I can tell.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Revelio. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isko Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Perfect. Target practice.
I know what you did to Iona Morgan, and I'll not do it again. You're easier to spot than knew you would find it. You're the one who released Treadwell, aren't you? That was a mistake, friend. Aha! Back for more. Confringo. Imperial. Crucial. I was best.
I will make you pay.
Potato! You've one less follower.
You're easier to spot. I shall end you. How can I help? I'll get you for what you did to our Akira, you and your Imperial. Akira. Knew you were good. Expulsor. Akira. There you are. You met Laurentius.
How nice. Let's get one less human to worry about.
Akira. You manipulated me. You'll answer for this.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
That's the student who stopped us at Spellcroft.
Unforgivable.
What an unfortunate disappointment!
That was a close one.
You're the one who stole the goblin helm.
You got Walker's blood on your hands. Expulsion! You're the one who bring the high.
You're Treadwell, aren't you?
Expulsion!
Mistake, my friend.
For expulsion!
You're the one who uses the dark arts. To your knees. Imperial. It's time to even the... Knew you were still hanging about. Akira.
Wanna look?
Accio. Ontario. Crucial.
Let's get this over with. Overgrown weed. Stupid laugh! Deadly mistake. Menace. I won't rest until you... Well, exposure! It's the one who took the goblin out. Takes gumption to steal stolen. Expulsion! Strike. Accio. Expulsion! How dare you do such a thing to me? Expulsion! Dark magic, eh? Expulsion!
Imperial. Happening. Crucial. Nobody will believe I defeated an Ashwinder by myself. Expelliarmus!
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Hello. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Accio!
Accio!
Such grace. Finesse. Well, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
No need to race now, my friend.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
I don't feel well. Why don't you go and see Nurse Blaney?
Yes, we'll come with you.
Not. Last time I was in there, she'd spilled a bottle of...
Revelio.
I swear, I saw her
Hello, Sophronia. That was quite the quiz you gave me. What are you up to now?
Good test of one's knowledge, isn't it? I'm actually working on something equally interesting, but need help from a 5th year, so it's good you came along. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time, even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Graffhorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while, just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply we go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself
Revelio! Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
That youngun's now a teacher, is he?
Levioso! Descendo! Defendo! Confringo! Bombarda! I should investigate. Revelio. Accio. Flipendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Flipendo. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Descendo. Accio. Flipendo. Accio. Confringo. Bombarda. Accio. Levioso. Descendo. This looks intriguing. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Bombarda! Confringo!
Did.
Seems a pleasant enough little place. An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned.